My name's Melissa. Welcome to this vinyasa class. Starting in kneeling position, we'll bring the left hand down towards the floor and reach the right arm up and over for a side bend. You can also bend the left elbow here. With the right arm, you'll sweep it forward, as far forward as you can, towards the right. Right fingertips towards the floor, left arm coming to that same side bend. You might sink your outer left hip. Left hand reaches forward, again stretching out as far as you can. Right hand circling to find the side bend. And last time, right arm across the front, left arm up and over the ear. As you return back to tall, hands are coming forward, rib cage towards the thighs, and your gaze forward between the hands. Elbows are off the floor. We'll slide forward as much as we can to bring the chest to the floor, but seeing if we can do it in the shortest distance possible. So trying to bring the chest to the floor, maybe throat to the floor in as short a distance as possible. This is puppy pose. Walk your hands back or slide them back. And then come towards a plank position. So in plank position, torso's long, hands are under the shoulders, and begin pedaling the feet. So I'm going to keep the toes or the balls of the feet on the ground and just bend the knee towards the floor, feeling the opposite heel reach towards the ground. And notice if you can feel your calves, your ankles, your Achilles, maybe even the bottoms of your feet. Option to put the one knee down and alternating that way if it's too much in your hands. We're going to come into downward facing dog. Lift your heels and ripple forward towards that plank one more time, and then lower onto your chest. So as you lower onto your chest, untuck your toes, lift the heart for baby cobra. So I'm not pressing into the hands for baby cobra. And then any amount of a fuller cobra that you can give me. So you might not straighten your arms, which is fine. You might keep them here in a little bit of a bend. If you feel ready, you might straighten your arms, spinning the elbow creases forward. And then just slowly come back down onto the front body. Use your hands, use your knees, push back towards the child's pose. And then into the downward facing dog. Right leg high. And just lengthen and open your toes. Bring the foot to the floor, and then we'll go left leg high. Good, put the foot down. So for this little sequence, I'm going to be going first with the left foot. We normally move first with the right foot. So just so you know, left foot is going forward. Left foot steps and pull the knee into the chest, holding it up as high as you can. Take your leg all the way back up, and then do it again. Bring your knee to your chest. As you do, maybe you can place the foot, and then find yourself in high lunge. So the arms are coming up, high lunge. Warrior 2, turn to your right, outer foot comes to the floor. We'll reverse warrior. So left arm reaches, arc it back. Okay, so both hands are coming to the floor. Pause. And then pull the knee to the chest and just hold it there. Good. Send it all the way back. And downward facing dog. We'll go with the other side now. So right leg to chest. Hold. Send it back. Knee to chest. And then come to step. Lunge. Warrior two. Reverse, arc back. Hands to the floor. And when the hands come to the floor, turn your left toes forward too, and then just hold the knee at the chest. Good. Send it up. Put the foot on the floor. Now here, if you need to rest, go ahead, rest. You could be in tabletop, you could be in child's pose. If you feel like you are ready to flow, shift forward to plank. Lower halfway or all the way. This is going to depend on your practice. You could do a cobra or an upward dog. And then back to the downward facing dog. Setting up, we're going to do the same sequence that we just did, but adding on, okay? So feel free to cut out whatever you don't need. Left leg high, left knee to chest. Left leg high, left foot steps to lunge. Warrior two, reverse warrior, hands to the floor, pull the left knee into your chest. Now put the left knee on the mat. Turn to your right. Gate pose, right hand is on the right leg, left arm up and over. Think of the side bends where we started our class. Okay, so left hand comes to the floor. Think about side plank, okay? Now you might stay if you want to add challenge. Pick up the left knee and straighten the leg. Can you have it float behind your right leg? Hand to the floor, back to downward dog. We'll do this for the right side. So you can skip out the plank if that's not working for you. Right leg high, knee to chest. Right leg high, lunge. Warrior two, reverse, hands to the floor. Remember, pull the knee to your chest and hold. We're going to put the knee to the floor and turn the inner left foot to the mat. Left hand to left leg, gate pose. Think of pressing down through your right knee and arcing out to the side. We're coming towards a side plank of your choice. So right hand down, left hand up. You could stay here or press into that left foot. Stretch the right foot behind the left foot, holding the side plank. Looking down to the floor, make it downward dog. If you need to rest, child's pose or tabletop, shifting forward to plank, lower part way or all the way, upward facing or cobra, downward facing dog. All right, so we'll do that same sequence, no adding extra as it was, one more time, just so you feel it. If you need to take breaks, take breaks. Left leg high, left knee to chest, left leg high, left foot steps, high lunge, warrior two, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left knee at your chest, pause, left knee down, gate pose. So you swing that leg to the left. Good, hand to the floor, right hand up. Option to stay or take that side plank with the left leg stretching back. Hands to the floor, downward dog. We'll do one more. Right leg up, right knee to chest. Right leg up, right foot steps. We are in high lunge. Warrior two, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. Keep the knee at your chest. Hold it there. Right knee comes down. Swing the right foot to the right, coming up into that gate pose. Take the right hand down, left hand up. Pause, you might choose to stay. You might take your side plank with the right foot floating and back to downward dog. If you need to take a rest, take it here or shift forward to plank. Lower any amount. Back bend of your choice. Downward facing dog. So if you need rest, of course, take it. I always encourage you to take breaks. If you're feeling good, maybe you hold a nice downward dog and you just stay, right? Again, some of us, maybe we have wrist issues. Don't be shy to take rest in child's pose or off of your hands. We'll be coming forward to the hands. So if you're in downward, you'll step forward. If you're in child's pose, take your time. You'll just come up as needed. Lift your chest and exhale, fold down. So in your fold, if you are feeling like you need a bit more time, you just want to relax, you can hold your elbows. If you want more active forward fold stretch, hold onto your ankles and fold here. Tipping weight a bit forward. You might feel a bit of a shake in the legs. That's okay. And then wherever you are, just release the effort. Inhale to stand. And we'll find our balance poses. So, tree pose. Again, breaking up the segments if you need to. If you can, working on making them more continuous if you're here for more challenge. So we'll send the weight down the left leg. Tree pose can be at your ankle, at your calf, or up at your inner thigh. Feel free to use your hand to place the foot. Hands can stay down. Hands can go up, right? Stay here if this is where you feel comfortable. If you want to add more challenge, maybe the right hand comes towards the right leg and you find a bit of side bend. So just be gentle here. A little bit of bend turns into a lot of challenge really quickly. So maybe you work in a more progressive manner, just taking a little bit to start, see how that feels, and adding more if you feel comfortable. Try to feel an opening through your whole left side body. And then carefully come back up. Sometimes this is the hardest part. Just returning, pause, and again, feel free to stay. Hand position could be low as well. And experiment with lifting your chest and maybe looking up, maybe even adding a bit of a back bend through the chest. So you'll feel your sternum lift up, your shoulders maybe pull back and down, shortening of the back body. Again, a little goes a long way. And then carefully come back, hands down, knee forward, and down. Take a moment. If you need to walk it off, find a fresh spot on your mat for the other side, set yourself up, reset. Okay, work down through the right leg, so balancing, find that stability. Left foot is going to come onto the right leg, either at the lower leg or the upper leg. When you feel it, hands can stay down or go up. And take your time. You might choose to stay here a little longer if that's what you need to feel strong. If you added side bend, consider it here. Again, a little bit goes a long way. Right? It's also about feeling your edges, and that changes, right? Those boundaries, they change every day. So just finding that sensitivity through your practice of how much is enough today. Maybe lifting up through the right waist a little bit more. And then carefully come up. And again, sometimes that can be the hardest part, right? So just returning out of your pose, right? Transitions are just as important. Now adding back bend, if you did that on the other side, I start by taking the gaze up the front wall, maybe stopping at the ceiling, and then if that feels good, lifting the chest and feeling the upper body arc towards the back. And like last time, carefully coming back. Try your best to hold. And then hands down and knee forward. Good, let that go. Close your eyes. Take a moment in Tadasana Mountain Pose, just feeling yourself reset, recenter. We're going to work a little bit on our hamstrings and forward fold. So as you open your eyes, I'll just turn sideways so you get a better view. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, hinge at your hips. Your hands could also be on a block or on an elevated surface if you need. So in this forward fold, we're going to lift the left heel. So it's like I'm on a high heel shoe on the left foot. Maybe I'll turn a bit more this way so you can see. And the thigh might be touching the ribs. I might have connection between rib and thigh. From here, lift the right arm. Find a bit of twist. And then bring the right hand down and we'll switch. So we'll bend the right knee a lot. So again, heels really high, thigh and rib cage are touching, and I will twist to lift the left hand, reaching out to the ceiling. And then bring the hand back down. And then just coming into a bit of a pedaling motion, right? So just like we were doing in plank when we started, you might alternate just staying on the balls of the feet, not actually lifting the toes, just the heels. Okay, we'll come down to sit. So if you need to use your hands, need a different way to come down, go ahead, sit. Legs will lengthen out in front of you and tuck your tail as you slowly curl down towards the floor. Right, the longer you take to come down, the more work it is for your body in a good way. Once you meet the floor, we'll set the feet underneath the knees, so maybe within grazing distance, maybe just a little bit forward of that. Arms straight down. Setting up for bridge, so I like to have the arms nice and straight, the feet parallel, and then pressing into the feet, like you're stepping into the feet. Send the knees forward in space. Feel the front body open. And this is a good place to be, even with a block underneath the hip, if you are feeling like you want to take a back bend, but you just don't feel that much energy or the strength at this moment to be there. That way you can hold the shape without doing as much work muscularly. If you're feeling strong, our next back bend, you're welcome to take as a wheel or half wheel, and I'll walk us through that. All right, slowly come down, lower your back to the floor. If you're on a block, just stay on your block. Now, as we come up again, we'll start in the bridge, so definitely some of us might choose to stay in the bridge. If you'd like, option to take it towards a wheel pose. All right, so starting in bridge, lift the hips. Think of stepping into the feet and lifting up. And again, you might be happy to stay here and just stay. Work on sustaining and building strength. Right, front ribs are reaching forward towards the knees. If you'd like, set your hands by your shoulders. Press into your hands and come onto the head. I like to stop on the head to draw the elbows in and just reposition the hands. From there, I'll push the arms straight by really using the legs to do the lifting, right? The arms are not doing the lifting, it's the legs. The arms are merely straightening and creating a break at the shoulder from sending me more forward. Do allow your chest to come as far through the arms as you have available to you. Make sure you can breathe. Right? If you need to come down early, you're coming down early, right? You do not have to hold. If you feel good, feel free to hold. And then we'll all start to come down. So if you are in wheel, take your time, tuck your chin when you come down, and try your best to land in the same position that you left the floor. I like to walk the feet more forward and a little bit more wide and let the knees knock together. Maybe hands up, palms up. And just close the eyes and just let everything reset. So back is in neutral. Breath might be a little bit fast right now. Take those deep breaths to slow it down. you feel good in this position with the feet on the floor and the knees knocked together, this is a really nice place for your final Shavasana, your final rest. If you need your legs to be straight or you prefer to take a more traditional shape, go ahead and straighten the legs, maybe lifting the hips to feel the sit bones draw together slightly. You could do the same with the shoulder blades so that the hands fall open a little bit more easily. As the face softens, see if you can carry that relaxation down towards the neck and the throat, the chest and the shoulders. Not forcing the breath, just letting it happen. Taking that awareness inwards. As you rest, maybe finding those sensations within the body, those sensations of change from your practice, as well as those sensations of constant change that are always happening within the body that we never take the time to notice. You have the time today to stay in your final rest for another 3 or 4 minutes. That would be ideal. But if you need to get on with your day, start to bring awareness back to your hands and your feet. Taking the arms above your head and your legs together to stretch and lengthen. Knees can come towards the chest as you roll onto your side. And when you feel ready, coming up to sit. Thank you so much for sharing your day with me. Thank you for your energy, for practicing yoga, and especially for all of your efforts. Have a wonderful rest of your day.